Welcome to Auto Analyst, where legends live again. Today, we take you back to the golden era of muscle cars. This isn't just a car, it's a beast with attitude. We're talking about the Plymouth Barracuda, the forgotten warrior that stood toe-to-toe with the biggest names in American muscle history. The Barracuda was Plymouth's answer to the growing pony car war of the 60s and 70s. While it shared its early roots with the Dodge Valiant, it quickly grew into its own legend. But it was the third generation, launched in 1970, that really turned the Barracuda into a muscle icon. With wide fenders, an aggressive stance, and bold styling, the Cuda didn't just show up, it arrived. Performance was at the heart of the Barracuda's identity. The top-of-the-line models, especially the ones badged as Cuda, came with serious firepower. You could get everything from a 340 small block to the monstrous 426 HEMI V8. That HEMI version made over 425 horsepower, and that was back in the early 70s. It could outrun almost anything on the street. Pure, raw American muscle. The driving feel was exactly what you'd expect. Loud, aggressive, and unapologetic. There was no fancy traction control or soft suspension. It was mechanical, it was wild, and it demanded respect. But that's what made it beautiful. You weren't just a driver, you were part of the machine. Every shift, every throttle press felt like a punch of adrenaline. Inside, the Barracuda kept things simple but stylish. Bucket seats, a driver-focused dashboard, and optional extras like a center console and rally gauges gave it that classic muscle car vibe. No distractions, no touchscreens, just the sound of the engine and the grip of the road. The Barracuda also had something else: rarity, especially the high-performance models. The HEMI Cuda in particular was produced in extremely low numbers. That's why today they're some of the most sought-after classic cars in the world. A well-preserved or restored 1970-71 HEMI Cuda can fetch over $1 million 0 cents at auctions. Even small block variants are rising in value every year. Outside the US, especially in markets like the Middle East or South Asia, finding a Barracuda is rare, but not impossible. Imported units, if available, come with a heavy price tag due to taxes and their collectible status. But for true muscle fans, the Barracuda represents something more than just value. It's about owning a piece of history. The Plymouth Barracuda may have disappeared from production in the mid-70s, but it never left the hearts of real car lovers. It was loud, bold, and built for speed. In a world full of electronic driving aids, the Barracuda reminds us of the days when muscle meant metal, and power came without filters. Thanks for watching Auto Analyst, where machines with soul get the respect they deserve. Subscribe now for more muscle, more classics, and more stories that keep the legend alive.